Hello friends, Miss Natalie here, and today I am going to show you how to create an abstract line drawing for the digital line drawing assignment. The first thing you're going to want to do is start with a new file and hit create, and that will give you a lovely blank white canvas to work on. Now, for some reason, my version of Krita is always has been starting lately, I should say, with my background not locked and no paint layer. So I have to lock the background and click the plus to add a paint layer. Hopefully yours looks like this when you just start out with the background locked and paint layer 1 ready to work on. And so let's get started. I am going to first start with some lines. So I'm going to choose the line tool. I am going to make sure that I am using a good brush over here. Maybe basic 2, that will be good, making some fairly thick lines. And then I'm going to choose a color that I like. You know me, I love my purple. So I think I'm going to go with a nice dark blue, bluish purple, and I am going to zoom out just a little bit and start with some lines. And I think what I'm going to do is make a line that goes across, a horizontal line, and then some lines that kind of go to what might be a vanishing point. Here's another one, just some different lines of different lengths, just something that looks good to me. I like how that looks, something that feels balanced and interesting. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm going to do there. And then I think I am ready to add a vector layer to make my curves. So to add a vector layer, I'm going to go next to the plus and click on this little down arrow and find where it says add vector layer. It is the 4th option down, and I'm going to click there and see that I've got a vector layer now. And I'm going to choose another color. Maybe a very dark red. I don't know why. Do I want that? No, actually I think I want a dark blue, and maybe not that dark. Trying to be thoughtful about the colors and my choices. All right, I am in a vector layer, and so I'm going to want to work with the Bezier curve tool. So I'm going to click there, and I think I want the size to be smaller. So I'm going to take it down, click down to make it 15. That sounds good. And I'm going to make, I'm going to I am going to do a red. I decided, I changed my mind, sort of a dark red. And I'm going to start, and I'm going to click and hold and drag my pointer out, and then I'm going to release and bend it over and double click to make a line. And I'm going to make another one where I click and hold and drag way up. I can even, if I want it to be taller, I can drag it even off the picture. When I release, then I can bend it over. I'm going to do a bunch of these. It's going to be so big that it is literally hard to go back down. I'm going to have to crazy and double click there. All right, that went literally off the screen. Maybe not quite so high with the next one. I'm going to do a couple more and double click and double click. And maybe one more. Nope, I made a mistake. Hold down, lift up, bend over, double click. Okay. Now, if I wanted to say change this particular curve that I have right here, I can go over to my Edit Shapes tool, and then I can click on the curve and that will let me move it around. So I think I am going to do it with that one. Do I want to move some of the other curves? I kind of like them, really. I think I might want to, no, I like it. All right, I'm going to leave everything else as it is. I'm just going to change that. The one thing I do want to change, though, is I want to take this paint layer and I'm going to lift it and put it on top of the vector layer so that it looks like those curves are behind my lines. All right, and now I'm going to make one more layer, and that's going to be the layer where I use the freehand brush tool, which is right here. It's a paintbrush, and I am going to go in and take an orange, I think, and I'm going to use a watercolor brush because I really like this watercolor brush. And I'm just going to kind of put some orange and maybe some yellow behind that, and maybe some red through here. Kind of like that idea. Back to the orange, and I can go back to this and just kind of layer these colors with my watercolor brush. And more of the red, but maybe take kind of a pink here, and even into, more pink, and then into that purple. Push this down, and we go. And finally with some blue. Kind of made this sort of sunset colors happening. And I'm going to take that layer and I'm going to move it behind my vector layer so that all these other lines are on top of it. And I could stop there. I could add some more lines. I kind of like the idea of adding some more lines. So I'm going to take a purple, and I'm going to use that brush that I used before, the line tool, and I'm just gonna add some thinner lines in between my thick lines. Oh wait, am I on this layer? I don't think I want to be on that layer. I want to be on a new layer. That is one of the problems. I keep forgetting to make a new layer. And this layer is actually underneath the one with the thick purple lines. So that's kind of nice that my thin purple lines will not be blocking the thick ones. They're kind of the main lines here. I really like this. This is cool. And I'm just going to keep adding lines as long as I like it. And when I'm done, I might be done. I could add some more curves or maybe some more lines. I think I'm going to do one last thing is I'm going to go with the red orange, but just slightly lighter. And I'm going to go into that vector layer and I'm just going to add a few more curves. Just a few more, but I'm going to add them, I think, here. Yeah. Like underneath, the kind of filling in the area. Ooh, that's so I'm kind of making a sunny sort of thing. I might even grab some yellow, maybe a more buttery yellow, to make my curves there. Remember, I'm clicking, I'm dragging, I'm letting go, and then I'm double clicking where I want the other side of that to be. And I'm just kind of layering them so they're kind of on top of each other, and I like that. Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. It has energy, it has motion, and most importantly, it has the line tool, the curve tool, and the freehand brush tool. So hopefully you are inspired. If you would like to do something very similar to this, you may, or you can take these ideas and run with them. Go make some art. And when you're done with your art, you need to save it. So you're going to make sure that you go to File, Save As, and type it in as digital line drawing and your name. And then hover over that Save As type and click on the click. Type in J. Nope. Click on Save As Type and click on J, and it'll take you straight to the JPEG. And that's what you want to save it as. And hit Save and OK, and you are done. Now you can upload your art to the assignment document.